Have you ever wondered how the objects you bring into your home might influence your life in ways you don't even realize? Are you curious about the idea that everyday items could carry hidden energies? And how about learning to protect your spiritual health from external influences? In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of energies, exploring how they manifest in the objects that enter our lives and how they can impact our well-being. This is why it's crucial to be selective about what we allow into our homes to protect our spiritual balance. Various cultures around the world share beliefs about the power of energies. In Chinese tradition, we have qi, in Indian culture, prana, and in Polynesian practices, mana. Regardless of the name, these energies can be both positive and negative, influencing our emotional and spiritual state in subtle ways that often go unnoticed. In this video, we'll discuss the connection between common objects and the energy they carry, along with the importance of spiritual cleansing. Each of these items has the ability to absorb and reflect energy, and if they're not properly purified, they can allow negative vibrations into your life without you even realizing it. For instance, did you know that mirrors can act as energetic portals, absorbing and reflecting the energy of their surroundings? And that salt, often used in purification rituals, can also retain negative energy from the people who handle it. We'll cover these topics and more, providing practical and valuable tips from various cultural traditions to help you keep your home and life full of positive energy. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of the energies that permeate your environment and learn how to protect yourself from unwanted influences. We'll share effective methods for purifying everyday objects, such as smudging with sage, using vibrational sounds, and practicing focused intentions. This knowledge will guide you toward a more conscious life, spiritually balanced and attuned to the energies that surround you. Before we dive into the 9 things you should never accept from others, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us continue spreading important messages about well-being and spiritual balance. And if you feel inspired, leave a positive affirmation or a word of gratitude. It's a powerful way to attract good energy and receive blessings from the universe. So, stay with us until the end to receive valuable insights inspired by Zen Buddhism, along with practical tips on how to maintain spiritual harmony and well-being. Let's embark on this journey together to create a space of peace and positive energy in our lives. Wallets and purses may seem like simple everyday objects used to store money and belongings, but from a Zen Buddhist perspective, they hold much more significance. These items have the power to accumulate and transfer energies, especially those related to prosperity and financial well-being. That's why it's important to be mindful of the energy they carry, particularly when passed from one person to another. Take the story of Arya, for example, who received a used wallet as a gift from a friend. Shortly after, she began experiencing unexpected financial struggles and constantly felt short on money. It wasn't until she learned that wallets can retain the energy of their previous owners that she realized the importance of purifying them. This serves as a reminder that second-hand wallets and purses may carry energies that affect our financial well-being. In many traditions, such as feng shui, it's common to place a small amount of money in a new wallet when giving it as a gift. This symbolizes the wish for the continued flow of wealth, aligning perfectly with Zen teachings, which emphasize the importance of being conscious of the energies around us. For this reason, we should regularly purify wallets and purses to ensure the energies associated with these items remain positive. Purifying a wallet or purse can be done simply and effectively. One way is to leave them out in the sun for a few hours, as sunlight is a natural purifier capable of eliminating negative energy. Another method is to place a little bit of salt inside the wallet or purse overnight, allowing it to absorb any dense energy. The next day, discard the salt, ensuring that it takes away what no longer serves you. You can also use crystals like citrine or green aventurine, which are known for attracting prosperity. Placing these stones inside your wallet or purse can amplify positive financial vibrations. Remember, on the spiritual path, every little action contributes to a more harmonious environment, and this directly reflects on our well-being and prosperity. By taking care of these items with intention and awareness, you're also nurturing the energy flow in your financial life. Furthermore, maintaining the energetic cleanliness of wallets and purses ties into how we relate to money and abundance. In Zen Buddhism, everything around us carries a vibration, and the more mindful we are of these energies, the more we can cultivate a healthy flow in our lives. If you're using a wallet or purse that has accumulated someone else's energy, especially if they experienced financial hardship, those vibrations can interfere with your own journey to prosperity. The energy of scarcity or worry that may have built up in such an item can create energetic blocks, affecting how we perceive and attract abundance. This is why, in addition to keeping our spiritual balance through practices like meditation, we must also care for the everyday items we use, such as our wallets and purses. It's not just about physical cleanliness, but also aligning these objects with the vibrations of prosperity we wish to attract. For those who deal directly with financial transactions, it's especially important to keep wallets and purses energetically clean, since these tools are part of our relationship with money. Additionally, whenever possible, keep these items organized. In Zen, organization is also a way to keep energy flowing. A cluttered wallet full of unnecessary papers or old cards can reflect and even cause confusion in our financial life. Another important point is the intention we put into handling these items. When placing money in your wallet, for example, do so with gratitude, visualizing the energy of abundance flowing through you and being distributed in a balanced way. This mindfulness practice, applied to the daily use of wallets and purses, helps them become instruments of prosperity, not just functional objects. Finally, if you feel like your financial life is stagnant or you're facing unexpected difficulties, it's worth reviewing the energetic state of the items you use to carry money. Zen practice invites us to be attentive to the details of everyday life, because it is in those details that true balance resides. Just as we care for our body and mind, taking care of the energy in these objects is another step toward harmonizing our spiritual path with prosperity and financial well-being. Salt is a simple substance found in almost every household, but its role goes far beyond seasoning food. In various spiritual traditions, it's regarded as a powerful purifying element. It can cleanse not only spaces, but also objects and even people from unwanted energies. However, it's important to remember that salt also absorbs these energies, both good and bad, which means its use requires attention and care. Imagine a community that believed in the protective power of salt. They had a ritual of spreading salt around their homes to ward off negative influences and maintain peace. This practice, passed down through generations, brought a sense of safety and balance to everyone involved. This belief in salt's purifying power is reflected in many cultures, showing how this element can be an ally in maintaining a harmonious environment. But just as salt cleanses, it can also accumulate negative energies over time. Therefore, it needs to be purified regularly. A simple way to do this is to expose the salt to sunlight for a few hours. Sunlight, with its natural renewing power, helps cleanse the accumulated energies. Another method is to dissolve the salt in water and pour it into the earth, symbolizing the return of energies to nature. Salt is also used in purification rituals around the world. In Japan, for example, salt is used in Shinto rituals to cleanse spaces before important ceremonies. In other traditions, it's part of spiritual baths meant to purify both the body and mind. This aligns with Zen teachings that emphasize the importance of maintaining positive and balanced energy around us. By incorporating these simple practices into your routine, you can ensure that salt continues to be an effective tool for purification and protection. Using it consciously helps keep the energy in your environment harmonious, a key aspect of Zen teachings. In this way, being mindful of the elements we use, like salt, supports our inner peace and spiritual balance. Plants, besides beautifying our spaces, play a profound spiritual role in many traditions, including Zen Buddhism. They can absorb and reflect the energy around them, and they are also influenced by the people who care for them. That's why it's essential to be mindful when choosing plants for your home and in how you nurture them. Consider a family that brought a large, vibrant plant into their living room. Initially, it brought a sense of freshness and lightness, but soon after, the household was filled with conflicts and an unexplainable tension. It turned out that the plant had come from a place filled with negative energy. This story highlights the importance of being aware of a plant's origins and the energy it can bring into your space. In many cultures, plants symbolize life, healing, and growth. In certain African traditions, specific plants are used to attract prosperity and positive energy into the home. In Native American rituals, plants like sage are burned to purify and protect spaces. These customs resonate with Zen teachings, which encourage us to value positive energy in every aspect of life. To ensure that your plants are always emitting good vibrations, it's important to care for them consciously. Regularly cleaning their leaves with a damp cloth, for example, helps to remove both dust and any negative energy that might have accumulated. Another tip is to spray the plant with water infused with a few drops of essential oils, such as lavender, to refresh both the plant and the surrounding environment. Additionally, exposing plants to sunlight is a simple yet effective way to purify them, since sunlight has the natural power to recharge their energy. You can also use sounds, like a Tibetan singing bowl, to break up and dissipate any stagnant energy around the plants. By following these practices, you contribute to a harmonious environment aligned with Zen teachings, where energy is constantly renewed. Books are wonderful sources of knowledge and inspiration, but according to Zen Buddhist teachings, they carry more than just words and information. Each book reflects the energy of its author and previous readers. When you read a second-hand book, for instance, you may be absorbing the emotions and experiences of the people who handled it before you. This idea reminds us to carefully choose the books we keep in our space. Take the story of Heiro, a man who loved collecting old books. One day, he found a rare volume and, excited, brought it home. However, every time he tried to read it, he felt uneasy and disturbed. Later, he discovered that the book had belonged to someone who went through a difficult period in life. This example shows how books can indeed carry energy and how it can affect our mood and state of mind. In many spiritual traditions, books are seen as more than just objects. They are regarded as keepers of wisdom and even spiritual protection. In Buddhism, sacred texts are revered because they contain the enlightened teachings of the Buddha. Similarly, in other cultures, religious books are protected and respected for their ability to guide spiritual paths. This respect aligns with Zen's emphasis on maintaining positive energy in everything around us. One way to ensure that the books we own are filled with good vibrations is to purify them from time to time. A simple method is to leave them in the sunlight for a few hours, allowing the natural light to clear away any negative energy that may have accumulated. Sunlight is a powerful cleanser, and this practice can revitalize the books, bringing a new energy to them. Another way to purify books is by using incense, such as sandalwood or sage. Wafting the purifying smoke over the books can help clear any unwanted energies that may have been absorbed. This practice aligns with Zen principles, which encourage us to maintain harmony in all aspects of our surroundings. Incorporating these practices into your routine ensures that your books not only inform you, but also support your energy balance and positivity. Jewelry often serves as a form of adornment, but in Zen Buddhism and other spiritual traditions, it holds deeper meaning. Beyond their material and aesthetic value, jewelry can absorb the energy of those who wear it, which can subtly affect us. For instance, a piece of jewelry passed down through generations might carry the emotions and experiences of its previous owners. Understanding this reminds us to be mindful of the jewelry we wear and how we care for it. Take the story of Tario, who inherited a ring from his grandmother. Shortly after wearing it, he began to feel an inexplicable sadness, later discovering that his grandmother had worn the ring during difficult times in her life. This shows how the energies imprinted on jewelry can influence our emotional well-being. In many cultures, jewelry is more than just decoration. It symbolizes power, protection, and prestige. In ancient Egypt, amulets and necklaces were used to ward off negative influences and attract good fortune. In Hinduism, certain jewelry is believed to have healing properties, used to align the body's energies. These beliefs are in harmony with Zen principles, which emphasize maintaining positive energy in all areas of life. To ensure that our jewelry carries only positive vibrations, it's essential to cleanse it regularly. One simple method is to rinse the jewelry under running water, visualizing any negative energy being washed away. Water is a natural purifier and can help clear away accumulated negativity. Another effective method is using salt water. Soak the jewelry in a solution of salt and water for a few hours, then rinse it clean. This is a powerful cleansing process that aligns with Zen's emphasis on renewal and purification. You can also use sound vibrations to cleanse your jewelry. The sound of a Tibetan singing bowl or bell near the pieces can help break up stagnant energies, a method commonly used in Zen practice to maintain the purity of objects and spaces. Additionally, placing crystals such as clear quartz or selenite near your jewelry can amplify the purification process, as these stones are known for their ability to cleanse and protect against negative energy. By incorporating these practices into your routine, you promote an environment filled with positive energy. Being mindful of what we wear and regularly purifying jewelry ensures that we continue to enjoy the positive vibrations they can bring into our lives. Instead of seeking security or status through external objects, Zen practice teaches us that true strength comes from within. So, when receiving jewelry, it's important not to let it emotionally or energetically bind us. Attachment to an object can pull us away from the simplicity and balance we seek. Remember, the objects around us can deeply influence our lives. Jewelry, with its ability to absorb and store energy, serves as a constant reminder of the importance of spiritual cleansing. Following these simple steps to purify your jewelry will help bring positive energy and harmony into your life, enriching your spiritual journey. By applying these Zen principles, we learn to live more mindfully and attentively. Our spaces become more than just physical places. They transform into sources of positive energy that support our well-being and spiritual growth. Next time you wear a piece of jewelry, think beyond its appearance and consider the energy it carries. Locks serve more than just the practical purpose of providing physical security. They hold much deeper significance in many cultures, including Zen Buddhism. Beyond protection, locks symbolize control over what we allow into our lives. However, like any object, locks can absorb and transmit energy, whether positive or negative. Understanding this helps us to be more cautious, especially when using locks that once belonged to others. Consider the story of the Li family. After moving into a new house, they decided to reuse old locks that had belonged to relatives. Shortly after, they noticed a change in the atmosphere at home. Tensions arose, and strange, unpleasant events occurred. Eventually, they discovered that the locks had come from a place where many negative incidents had happened. This shows how second-hand objects like locks can carry unwanted energies into our spaces. To ensure that your locks are filled with positive energy, it's important to cleanse them from time to time. A simple method is to rub the lock with a bit of salt and then rinse it off. Salt helps neutralize negative energy in alignment with Zen teachings that emphasize renewal and cleanliness. In many cultures, locks aren't merely seen as practical objects, but carry spiritual symbolism of protection. In some rituals, they are used to symbolize security on multiple levels, both physical and spiritual. This idea connects with Zen Buddhism, which teaches the importance of keeping the energy in our space positive and harmonious. Another option is to expose the lock to sunlight for a few hours, letting the natural purifying power of the sun do its work. You can also use sounds like a Tibetan singing bowl or a bell around the lock, helping to dissipate any negative energy that may have accumulated. Placing protective crystals such as black tourmaline or quartz near locks can further enhance their energy, as these stones are known for their shielding and purifying properties. By following these simple practices, you ensure that the energy in your environment remains harmonious and safe, in alignment with Zen teachings that encourage us to live with awareness and care. Remember, the objects that surround us, like locks, can influence our lives in ways we may not immediately notice. Regularly purifying them contributes to both security and positive energy in your home, turning it into a place that supports your well-being and spiritual growth. By applying these principles, we transform our homes into sanctuaries of peace and good energy. So, next time you use a lock, think not only of the physical security it offers, but also of the energy it brings into your space. If this reflection resonates with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. The clothes we wear go beyond fashion and function. In Zen Buddhism and many other spiritual traditions, clothing is seen as more than just fabric. Clothes carry the energy of the people who wore them and the places they have been. This means that when we wear clothes that belong to others, especially second-hand items, we may also be absorbing their emotions and experiences. Reflecting on this highlights the importance of being mindful about the clothes we choose to wear. Think of the story of Emily, a woman who loved shopping for vintage clothes. One day she bought a beautiful dress from a thrift store, but every time she wore it, she felt anxious and uncomfortable. Later, she learned that the dress had belonged to someone who had gone through a traumatic time in their life. This story illustrates how clothes can carry energy that impacts our emotional well-being. In many cultures, clothing is not just a necessity, but also a symbol of protection, identity, and even spirituality. In certain African traditions, specific garments are worn during ceremonies to attract spiritual blessings. In Hinduism, wearing white clothing is often associated with meditation practices, symbolizing purity and serenity. All of this reinforces the idea that what we wear can deeply influence our energy. To ensure that the clothes we wear carry positive energy, it's important to cleanse them energetically from time to time. One simple way to do this is by washing them with intention, visualizing the water removing any negative energy trapped in the fabric. Adding salt to the wash can be a good idea, as salt is known for its purifying properties. Exposing clothes to sunlight is another effective practice. The sun's natural purifying effect helps eliminate any negative vibrations that may have accumulated in the fabric. You can also use sounds like the ringing of a bell or a Tibetan singing bowl to break up stagnant energy around the clothes, keeping them energetically clean and renewed. So the next time you wear something, remember that it's more than just fabric and style. It may be reflecting and influencing your spiritual energy. By maintaining this awareness, you're not only caring for your well-being, but also practicing the Zen principle of living in harmony and mindfulness with everything that surrounds you, including what you wear. Mirrors, though common in our daily lives, hold significant spiritual meaning, especially in Zen Buddhism. They don't just reflect our physical appearance, they are seen as symbols of self-awareness, inner reflection, and even energetic dynamics. In Zen, the mirror is a powerful metaphor for the mind. Just as a mirror reflects everything without judgment or distortion, our mind should ideally be calm, reflecting the world around us without attachments or bias. But mirrors can absorb and reflect the energy around them as well, storing both positive and negative energies, which can affect the environment and the people who use them. Understanding this power of mirrors makes us think twice about which ones we bring into our space. Take Kenji's story. He bought an antique mirror at a flea market, and after bringing it home, he began to feel strange. His once peaceful home took on a heavy, uncomfortable atmosphere. He soon discovered that the mirror had absorbed negative energy from its previous owners. This experience teaches us to be cautious when acquiring used mirrors, as they can hold energies that directly impact our well-being. In many traditions, mirrors are considered more than decorative objects. In Feng Shui, for instance, mirrors are used to manipulate the flow of energy in a home, but they must be placed with care, as a poorly positioned mirror can attract negative energies. This concept aligns with Zen teachings, which emphasize the importance of living mindfully and maintaining harmony in all that surrounds us. Some traditions even have rituals involving mirrors, such as covering them after a loss or a traumatic event, recognizing their ability to capture and hold emotional energy. So, when you receive a mirror, whether as a gift or an inheritance, it's important to purify it. A simple way to do this is to expose the mirror to sunlight for a few hours, allowing the light to dissolve any accumulated energies. Using sound, such as ringing a bell or striking a Tibetan singing bowl around the mirror, can also help disperse any stagnant energy. You can also place crystals like black tourmaline or clear quartz near the mirror to keep its energy pure and balanced. Incorporating these simple practices ensures that your environment remains positive and that the mirror reflects not just your image, but also a sense of peace and harmony. By taking good care of the mirrors in your home, you not only preserve good energy, but also create a lighter, more positive space where your spiritual well-being can flourish. Mattresses play a crucial role in our lives as we spend a significant portion of our time on them, recharging our energy while we sleep. However, according to Zen Buddhism and other spiritual traditions, mattresses are not just physical objects for rest. They can also absorb and retain the energy of their surroundings and the people who use them. This means that, in addition to being comfortable, mattresses need to be energetically clean to ensure that their impact on our sleep and well-being is positive. Take Lika's story. She used to have peaceful, restful nights until she bought a second-hand mattress. Afterward, her sleep became restless, and she often woke up feeling anxious. Later, she discovered that the mattress had absorbed negative energy from its previous owner, which was directly affecting her peace and well-being. This example illustrates how objects like mattresses can carry energies that influence us, even if we are not consciously aware of it. In many cultures, the space where we sleep is considered sacred, a place where we need to feel protected and restored. In traditional Chinese medicine, for example, the bedroom is seen as a place of healing, and the mattress plays an essential role in this process. Zen Buddhism also teaches the importance of keeping a clean, energetically balanced environment for peaceful sleep, which directly affects our mental and physical state. To keep the energy of your mattress positive, it's essential to purify it regularly. One effective method is to expose the mattress to sunlight for a few hours. Sunlight has the power to cleanse and renew energies, bringing lightness to your resting space. Another method is to sprinkle a thin layer of salt over the mattress and vacuum it up after a few hours. The salt will absorb any negative energy that has accumulated, leaving the mattress refreshed. Additionally, you can use sounds like a Tibetan singing bowl or bell to cleanse the mattress energetically, breaking up any stagnant energy. Placing crystals like quartz or amethyst near the bed can further enhance this cleansing process, providing a sense of protection. These practices, which align with Zen teachings, ensure that your sleeping space remains harmonious and full of positive energy. In conclusion, the teachings we've explored today remind us that seemingly ordinary objects can carry much more than their practical function. They may hold the energy, stories, and emotions of their previous owners, which can subtly or even significantly impact our well-being, prosperity, and spiritual balance. By following Zen teachings, we learn the importance of living consciously, caring not only for ourselves, but also for the objects that are part of our daily lives. From jewelry to mirrors, from mattresses to wallets, everything around us carries energy, and it's crucial to know when and how to cleanse them, or even let them go if necessary. Detachment is an important part of Zen philosophy. Recognizing that not everything we receive should be kept forever helps us cultivate lightness and harmony. Purifying the objects around us ensures that the energies in our life are always flowing positively and in balance. By following these practices, we take care of our well-being and attract the right kind of energy into our spaces and lives. So, next time you think about accepting something from someone else, remember, not everything is meant to be kept forever. It's important to filter, purify, and, when needed, let go. With this awareness, we continue to cultivate peace, prosperity, and harmony on our spiritual journey.